In today's video, I'm going to do a review of the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. I have read this book multiple times, and it is not only a classic in the financial genre, but it might be my favorite finance book of all time. The book opens with a description of the two dads that Robert grew up with in Hawaii. One of the dads was rich, while the other was poor. One was highly educated with a PhD, while the other never finished the 8th grade. Both men were successful in their careers and worked hard. Yet one of them struggled financially, while the other became one of the richest men in Hawaii. Throughout his childhood, Robert realized that the main difference between the two dads came down to their attitudes and beliefs about money. Robert decided to listen to the rich dad, learning 6 key lessons about money from him. This book is about those 6 lessons, put into a very simple and enjoyable book on how to build wealth. The first lesson in the book is that the rich do not work for money. To teach Robert and his friend Mike this lesson, Rich Dad underpaid them to work for him so that they would have to learn to use their imagination to generate income rather than depend on an employer for paychecks. Throughout this experience, they learned that the poor and the middle class work for money, but the rich have their money work for them, avoiding dependence on a paycheck. The second chapter of the book is titled Why Teach Financial Literacy. This, in my opinion, is one of the most important lessons in the book. The financially literate can earn back a fortune even once lost, and intelligence solves problems and produces money. As Robert says in the book, money without financial intelligence is money soon gone. When it comes to financial literacy, the most important rule is to know the difference between an asset and a liability and to buy the assets. The key difference between an asset and a liability is that an asset puts money in your pocket while a liability takes money out of your pocket. The rich acquire assets and the poor and middle class acquire liabilities. Financially literate people learn to build a well-structured balance sheet with assets that provide enough income to cover expenses. When Robert says to mind your own business, he means to build and keep your asset column strong. The rich focus on their asset columns while everybody else focuses on their income statements. Once a dollar goes into the asset column, it becomes your employee and it shouldn't be let out. Minding your business will prevent you from spending your whole life working for somebody else. Keep your day job, but start buying real assets, not liabilities. Examples of real assets are businesses that do not require your presence, stocks, bonds, income-generating real estate, royalties from intellectual property, or anything else that has value, produces income, or appreciates. The fourth lesson is on the history of taxes and the power of corporations. This chapter discusses how a corporate structure sits outside of a personal income statement and balance sheet. Knowledge of the corporate legal structure provides the rich a significant advantage over the poor and middle class. Examples of benefits of a corporate structure are tax advantages and protection from lawsuits. The fifth lesson of the book is that the rich invent money. The main point of this chapter is that we now live in an information society, and those who control the information will control the money. In an information society, the most powerful asset is the mind. To invent money, Robert encourages readers to develop their financial genius. The final lesson is to work to learn instead of working for money. Robert believes that, in the long run, education is more valuable than money. Overall, this is a great book. It is written in a simple, concise manner, and the lessons included are invaluable if you are interested in building toward financial freedom. What do you think? Have you read this book before, or are you going to? Let me know in the comments below, like the video, and subscribe to the channel for more book reviews in the future. Thanks for watching.